we zone in on our playoff of the week, and it comes from Moors forward Billy Veremu, who scored his 9th goal of the season, powering Moors to a 1-0 win. This was over their bitter rivals Scotland at Ngoni Stadium last Saturday. His goal not only deciding the much-hyped match, but it brought him level with Taiwan's Washington Avaya in the race for the Golden Boot.
Corner kick. Good work by Banda. Forcing Bochwe to commit. An opportunity! Billy Veremu! 1-0! And that's his 9th goal of the season. As Moors surge ahead here at Ngoni Stadium. What's my name?
So Moors striker Billy Veremu with our play of the week, 9th goal of the season, and he's a man who's on fire. And David, I'll start with you. Looking at that goal, it looked like a typical striker's goal. Obviously, there was quick thinking from Moors as a team to hit that corner quickly, and then obviously Billy Veremu initially heading it. Nelson Chajo, who was very impressive on the day. I think if it had ended goalless, he'd have probably made our play of the week. But Billy Veremu, instinctive, tapping in the rebound and getting the all deciding goal.
Yeah, I think the one who took the corner kick, I think we should give him credit. Remember, that was so fast. The Trent Alexander-Arnold, type of corner kick when they played against Barcelona at Anfield in a Champions League semi-final. And I think it's something that even Lloyd Mchaza during his playing days, he could do that. He was so quick in terms of thinking. So whoever took that corner kick, and Billy obvious, raising up his hand so that they can have it quicker. I thought maybe a Bochwe could have done better. Go in front of the ball. If you know that your defenders are not yet ready, go in front of the ball. The referee obviously will, call you to come back. Then you start moving back slowly. But I think for Billy, he has been informed. I think experience also is counting on him. And that's something that he has been doing, especially for the teams that he has been playing for. And I think it's only Simba Bora where he didn't do well last season, where he was just a bit part player, but he didn't come up with so many goals. But at Blawa Chiefs, when he was coming in as a substitute, he could bring in, goals, and he took them to Chibuku Super Cup final.
7 goals, I think, was his highest tally at Blawa Chiefs.
Yeah, that season, because they went on to win Chibuku Super Cup again when they beat Rentals. I think it was something that Billy has been doing week in, week out. But now, because he has stabilized and he has been, giving Moors those goals that they needed, whether they are playing on a draw or even winning games, it has always been, Billy Veremu. And on Saturday, I think, for me, he was man of the match. Because up front there, the energy, him and Arthur Banda, I think they gave Peter Mudua, God knows Muruira, Kelvin Moyo, a torrid time, at the back. Every time they were in possession of the ball, or even when the ball is put behind the defenders, they were always running for it. And I think that gave them much needed win that they needed.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Veronica. Is he the best player in the league right now, Billy Veremu? Is he in the conversation?
Yeah, I think I would throw him in the mix. Not to say he's the best player in the league right now, but in terms of consistency, I think he has proved to be a man who can be consistent in a stable environment. And looking at his record, just like David alluded earlier on, with Blawayo Chiefs, he proved to be a man who can be trusted when a team needs the goals. But then coming to Simba Bora, I think it was an issue of injury. If you look at Billy, he got injured, I think, just as the season was starting, and for about 5 or 6 weeks, he was away due to injury. But then the time that he came back, Simba had already started winning games. So I think Tondera Indiraya didn't want to disrupt the winning team. That's why Billy found himself most of the time on the bench, coming, even if whenever he came from the bench. It's in the dying minutes of the match. And now coming to Moors. Look at Moors, it's a stable environment. There isn't a lot of issues that you hear coming from Moors, and the fact that maybe they kept intact the team that they had in Division 1 coming into the Premier Soccer League, I think that environment has become some sort of a family to them. So I think Billy just got into a conducive environment which gave him that freedom to express himself, and there he is giving them the goals. He has been consistent week in, week out, which is what you want in any team. And also looking at the strikers' history in our Premier Soccer League, the consistency has always been a problem. One season, a player is up there as probably the golden boot winner. Then the next season, you don't see them anyway in the goal scorers chart. So I think what Billy has been doing in the past weeks, if he can maintain that, I think he is good.
Well, so far so good for Billy Veremu, and 9 goals from 14 games. It's been more than 2 decades since we've seen a player hit that 20-goal mark. We don't want to jinx him or put pressure on him, but I think if he can maintain this scoring rate, just maybe he could get himself in the conversation there.